Hey everyone, welcome to my personal review of Twisted Timbers, the RMC conversion of Hurler at King's Dominion. As always, I'm going to go over the layout of the coaster, some things I like and dislike, then I'll talk about my final thoughts at the end. Twisted Timbers is a roller coaster manufactured by Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC. It opened in 2018 at King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. This uses the old structure of Hurler, a wooden coaster that operated prior to Twisted Timbers taking its spot. The ride's max height is 111 feet, with a drop of 109 feet. Throughout the 3,351 feet of track, you'll hit a max speed of 54 miles per hour and traverse 3 inversions featuring a barrel roll down drop, a cut back, and a 0G roll. Twisted Timbers is located in the Candy Apple Grove section within King's Dominion. My most recent rides were in August of 2023, and they were great. To start off the layout, you're going to take a 180-degree right-hand turn out of the station and into the chain lift. After hearing a lovely clack, clack, clack to the top, you go down a little dip, another 180-degree turn, and into the main drop. This drop is awesome. It's one of the 3 barrel roll-down drops in the world, and arguably the best drop at KD. I prefer this drop in the back row for the speed and whip going down. I feel like in the front you just kind of dangle, which isn't bad or uncomfortable. It's just in the back you feel the 54 miles per hour more than you do in the front. The pull-out of the drop is where you hit your max speed, and another thing I'd like to add is that you feel some strong positives at the bottom of the drop. Only for a second, but they are there. Next, you hit this unbanked speed hill that turns a bit, so you get violently hit with laterals, which were honestly not my favorite. Again, we don't talk about laterals here. Then you hit a fun overbank that really just feels cool. You don't get much force through the element, but you just ride the turn gracefully. You hit another one of those annoying lateral speed hills, then get sent to outer space with my favorite part of the ride. 3 back-to-back-to-back insane camel hills. The first time I rode this, I was like, oh dang, I'm levitating. It's really the most crazy sustained ejector I've ever experienced, and it's easily the best part of the ride for me. On the final hill, you do this little double down, which is forgettable, but still delivers a slice of airtime. Following that, the track rises up into the second inversion, a cutback, which also acts as a turnaround for the track. The cutback is average, but you do get a great head chopper going into it. Then you do a lateral hill and a normal hill, which give quick pops of ejector. This part of the ride is where you really start to get elements thrown at you incredibly fast, almost scary fast. Following the 2 ejector hills, Twisted Timbers yanks you through the most aggressive part of the ride, the trick track. Bum, bum, bum. Of course, the most aggressive part of the ride part is my opinion. However, this honestly feels like the strongest moment of airtime on the ride. Also, fun fact, the bottom of the trick track is where the on-ride photo is, so if it's not broken, smile for the cameras. There's one more straight hill before you go into what feels like an outer bank that you take way too fast. The amount of speed you take the turn at is scary. Like you can't even see the track in front of you, that's how scary it is. Finishing up the layout, the ride goes over a tiny hill, a floaty 0G roll, a couple overbanks, and a few more hills that push you into the final breaks. The total duration of Twisted Timbers is 1 minute and 45 seconds, including the chain lift. Now time to go over some things about Twisted Timbers that I like and dislike. The first thing I like about this coaster is the smoothness. Some moments it feels a bit jolty, but that's just because of the elements and forces, not the track or trains. Second is obviously the airtime. Your booty is out of the seat more than it's in it on this roller coaster. It's so stinking fun. There's not too much that I dislike about Twisted Timbers, however, the capacity sucks. Twisted Timbers is one of the most popular rides at King's Dominion, and it almost always has a long line. So only 2 train ops is not good. The hourly ride capacity is so low. I haven't been to one, but I can imagine how long the wait for Twisted Timbers during one of the annual events is. I don't like the laterals as well. Finally, I'm going to go over my overall thoughts and feeling for Twisted Timbers. This ride is great. The airtime is great. The smoothness is great. Everything is great. I do wish this ride was a bit taller, but RMC worked well with what they had. My favorite part of the ride is the 3 send you to outer space camelback hills, and my least favorite part of the ride is the 2 little lateral speed hills. I currently have this as number 2 in my overall rankings, yet I only have 27 creds. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to give Twisted Timbers a 9 out of 10. I think the theming's good for a regional park, especially the plastic orb, my favorite. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more, then please subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.